welcome to the Keeping It Real podcast with Sulma, the swearing therapist. Hi, I'm Sulma Williams, a licensed clinical social worker who likes to keep it real and swears a lot. Today, I like to address communication styles and help you to be more assertive when you are communicating. So, we all have, there are different communication styles. One is the aggressive communication style, where I say whatever I want to say without any regards for your feelings. The opposite extreme of that is the passive communication style, where I don't say anything, and I basically don't care about my feelings. So I will not say anything to make the other person upset, or stand up for myself, or like those kind of things. But by not doing that, I am putting myself last, like my feelings don't matter. And then we have the assertive communication style, where I can express my feelings while taking into consideration yours. So I have a little formula. I'm not claiming that I authored this. Like, I don't know, it was passed on to me by my therapist. And it has, like, if you can get a piece of paper, I think it's going to be easier. So it's going to be 4 lines in that piece of paper. And the first line is like, when you. The second line will be, I feel. The third line is, because. And the last line is, what I want from you is. So let's say that in a intimate relationship, I'm telling my partner, um you never respect me, because like when I'm talking to you, you're on your phone, you don't even make eye contact. um you are so disrespectful. That is an aggressive method of communicating, because I am not taking into consideration his feelings, only mine. And a better way of communicating this is, um, to pinpoint a specific situation. So in the formula I just told you, it will be, last night I was, when you were looking at your phone when I was talking to you, right? Like, so I'm being very specific. It's not like always, never, big words, right? Like, we're overgeneralizing. Anytime we say you never, you always, right? You always ignore me. Well, I'm listening right now, right? So it's like, last night when you were looking at your phone when I was talking to you. So we are pinpointing a specific situation. It's not always, it was last night or this morning, whatever. I felt, or I feel, in this case, I felt, because it was yesterday, I felt disrespected. So I'm not saying you are disrespectful. I'm saying that when you do this, look at your phone, when I'm talking to you, I feel disrespected. Someone else might not give a shit about you not making eye contact, but I feel disrespected. So I am owning my feelings. So first step is to pinpoint a specific situation. Second step is to own your feelings, understanding that this is how I feel. I'm choosing to feel this way. but someone else might feel differently about it. Because this step is optional. This step is more for you to kind of like understand where is this coming from. It could be because growing up, like nobody was making eye contact, and when they were talking, and you find that to be disrespectful, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's more like for you to understand where is this coming from. And also it helps if you share with the other person so that they understand that it's not about last night, but this is optional. And then the last step is, what I want from you is that you make eye contact with me when I'm talking to you. Very specific and straight to the point. Now, an important thing is like, simply because you are asking for what you want doesn't mean you're gonna get it. So you're like, bitch, then why the fuck am I asking for the shit that I want if I'm not gonna get it? Because by asking specifically for what you want, you have more chances of getting it than if you are not specific. Because like if you say, well, I want you to respect me, right? That's so broad. Your partner can say, like, well, I respect you. I'm not fucking cheating on you. Yeah, motherfucker, that's not what I'm talking about. I want you to respect me when I'm talking to you. Okay. But what does that mean to you? Right? Like, so I'm making it so. Number one, I'm pinpointing a specific situation. Number two, I'm owning my feelings. Number three is optional, explaining where that comes from. And number four, I'm asking for what I want. So it will be like this. Last night, when I was talking to you and you were looking at your phone, I felt disrespected. What I want from you is that you make eye contact when I'm talking to you. Bam! There is nothing to defend. Like, so I'm not attacking anybody. I'm pinpointing a situation. I'm owning my feelings and I'm asking for what I want. I'm not attacking. Oh, you always disrespect me. So like you are a fucking asshole for disrespectful asshole. I'm not pointing the finger. I'm just expressing something that I would like to see a change happening. So what I'll suggest is that you use this formula. This doesn't, okay, so when we start using this formula, it's not like everybody around us is so thrilled that we are communicating in an assertive way. Is most likely people are going to feel uncomfortable. They're going to be like, oh, you think you're all that? Like, why are you talking like that? Whatever it might be. But the more you use it, the easier it's going to be, right? Like, so I'll suggest that you put these 4 lines in a blank piece of paper and you start kind of like practicing with situations in the past where you would have like to say something and you weren't too scared to say it or whatever, so that you can start practicing. Because one of the difficulties most people encounter when starting to communicate in an assertive way is to identify the feelings and to actually ask for what they want. Because what I want is that you fucking respect me. Yeah, but how do I feel respected by you? So I'm asking, I want you to make eye contact when I'm talking with you, right? Like, so the more you practice with situations in the past, the easier it's going to become. And again, like, I suggest that you print this and put it in the refrigerator and invite your entire family to start using the assertiveness formula. But like you are the one who wants to improve communication. So actually, the burden is on you, basically. You are leading by example. And the more you start doing it, so let's say that I communicate that, and then my partner is like, oh, so you think you're all that? Like when you, I feel, what I want from you is. So I can say, when right now when you are mocking me about something new that I'm trying, I feel upset because this is very hard for me. What I want from you is that you don't make fun of me when I'm trying something new. Bam, I just did the assertiveness formula all over again, right? Like, so again, I'm not attacking. I'm only expressing, pinpointing a situation and expressing how I feel and asking for what I want. So it is simple, but not easy. The more, again, like the more you practice this with situations from the past, the easier it's going to be, because we all have patterns, right? Like, so I will feel angry or disrespected or upset, or so it's like, okay, let me identify those situations so that in moving forward I can say something when the situation is happening instead of letting it fester, right? Like, because then resentment happens, and then it's like, fuck, like, why didn't I say something? And I feel bad about myself for not saying something. And then what happens is that when we are passive communicating, is that we take it until we cannot take it anymore. So then I, you say something and I fucking explode. And it's not because of what you just said. It's because like I've been taking it and taking it and taking it and not communicating in an assertive manner for a long time. So even being passive, where like I'm not acknowledging my feelings, is not going to be a long term solution, because eventually I will explode because I am human. So it's not about you being an asshole and you don't care about the other person's feelings, or being an asshole to yourself and you don't care about your feelings. It's about communicating my feelings while I'll take into consideration the other person's feelings. I hope you found this helpful and that you will practice it. Please let me know how it goes. Thank you so much for joining. Please hit subscribe and follow me on Instagram at the Swearing Therapist. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.